So we did some intricate origami with Pixel Buds to make sure everything fit. Custom speakers, sensors, custom battery. That's usually what makes these wireless earbuds stick so far out of your ears. But Pixel Buds gives you plenty of battery life. You'll have 5 hours of continuous listening time on a single charge, and up to 24 hours when you're using a wireless charging case. Now, even with all those components and long battery life, you can see Pixel Buds fits almost flush with the ear. They're so small and light, it's easy to forget you're wearing them. At the same time, Pixel Buds deliver excellent sound quality. Now, you typically have to choose between great sound and awareness of the world around you. But Pixel Buds gives you both with a unique hybrid design. The earbuds gently seal the ear for rich bass and clear highs, and the spatial vent underneath reduces that plugged ear feeling and lets through just the right amount of environmental sound. On the software side, Pixel Buds respond to your surroundings with a new adaptive sound. The volume dynamically adjusts as you move from the quiet of your home to a subway or noisy cafe, and you don't have to constantly raise or lower the volume. When you're on a call, beam-forming mics focus on your voice, while voice accelerometers detect speech through your jawbone. So a loud restaurant or a windy day won't get in the way of your conversation. Pixel Buds will be available in the spring of next year, and we'll share more details in the coming months, including a few of the helpful experiences that make good use of the on-device machine learning chips. So as you can see, this ambient computing era is going to bring all kinds of new interfaces, services, and devices. But it's also introducing new challenges. When computing's always available, designing for security and privacy becomes more important than ever. You need to know that your data is safe. Protecting your data and respecting your privacy are at the core of everything we do. We've designed strong protections across our hardware family, like the Titan security chip in our phones and laptops. Titan protects your most personal on-device information, your OS data, passwords, even information in third-party apps. And we know that privacy is personal, which is why you have the controls so that you can choose the settings you want that are right for you. We make it easy to access simple on-off controls, including turning cameras and mics on your Nest devices off. And you can now delete assistant data just by asking. Everything is designed with your privacy in mind. And you'll see examples of that throughout today's presentation. Now, we're also going to talk today about our work to create more sustainable products and processes. Developing sustainable solutions to mass production and consumption is one of the biggest challenges we face today as an industry. It impacts all of us, and it will for generations to come. Now, we believe Google has both the ability and the responsibility to create systemic change. As a company, we've been focused on sustainability for a long time. Google's operations have been carbon neutral since 2007. And for the past 2 years, we've matched all of Google's energy consumption with 100% renewable energy. And we're continuing to expand access to clean energy to more people, including our suppliers and the communities where our products are made. So today, we're announcing that Google's committing to invest another $150 million in renewable energy projects in key manufacturing regions. Our investment alongside financial and manufacturing partners, aims to catalyze $1.5 billion of capital. Now, this will generate approximately the same amount of renewable energy as the electricity used to manufacture made by Google products. So when you choose to buy hardware products from Google, you're contributing to bringing renewable energy to communities around the world. sustainable, secure and private, and of course, helpful. That's the Google way to make hardware and services. Now we're excited to share with you how we build these principles into our products. And here's Ivy Ross, who leads our design team, who's going to talk about some of our recent work in responsible manufacturing and design.
Thanks, Rick. I'm happy to be back in New York to discuss our design philosophy at Google and tell you about a few things that we've been working on. I grew up not too far from here in the Bronx, and my dad was a designer, industrial designer too, and he worked for the legendary industrial designer Raymond Loewy on automobiles and a lot of other consumer goods. When I was little, he even made me my own little roadster. I can remember spending hours in his studio as a kid, tinkering with different tools and materials. And something I learned early on is that at its core, design is about solving problems for people. Whether you're designing a building, an automobile, packaging, or even a phone, the goal is to create unique solutions to the world's challenges. And sustainability is one of the fundamental challenges of our generation. You know, when you look at how most things are made today, it just doesn't make sense. In all too many cases, devices are manufactured with dirty energy from precious minerals and materials that are rapidly depleted. And with technology that becomes obsolete in a short time and then thrown away. Right now, we're truly looking at sustainability from every angle. For years, we've been pushing what's possible in design, manufacturing, and new materials. We've been able to include recycled plastics in products like Chromecast and the new Stadia controller. And today, I'm happy to share that all of our Nest products launching in 2019 include recycled plastics. Instead of these materials ending up in the ocean or in landfill, we're giving them a new life. We've designed and engineered the fabric on our Nest Mini speaker so it's made from 100% recycled plastic bottles. A single half-liter bottle produces enough textiles to cover more than 2 Nest Minis. And we didn't compromise on aesthetics or function. We created beautiful recycled fabrics and colors that blend into your home while hitting the same rigorous technical and acoustical requirements. We continue to focus on products that empower people to reduce their own environmental impact as well. Our Nest team has been at the forefront of these efforts since 2011. And as of this month, Nest thermostats have helped consumers save more than 41 billion kilowatts hours of energy, enough to power all of Denver's electricity needs for 6 years. Rick just filled you in on our new renewable energy investment. And as of last month, Google is offsetting 100% of the carbon generated by our shipping partners for all customer orders. We have so much more to do, but by working with our suppliers, manufacturers on these initiatives, our goal is to clear the way for the entire industry and our planet to benefit. Another sustainability goal is simply reducing the amount of hardware you need to buy in the first place. What if you didn't need to upgrade a bulky new game console every few years? With Stadia, we're actually consolidating devices so the only hardware you need is a controller and a screen to play your games anywhere, anytime. To give people a great gaming experience, we designed the first cloud-based controller. You know, great design isn't just about how something looks, it's also about how it feels. And subtle design differences can have a profound effect. And we wanted the controller to be comfortable in the hands of all gamers. We found design inspiration in some unlikely places.
Hey, how's it going?
Good, man.
Nice to meet you. Come on in.
All right.
When I go to these really nice kitchens, they all have these simple knives. Like none of them look like the grocery store knives with all the grips and details. It's really uncomfortable if you rotate your hand around. The reason why most professional kitchens have knives like this is you can use it in many ways. So that was a starting point for the controller. We literally took a knife handle and we bent it. It's like, oh, like we're on to something.
Yeah.
So from there, that one ancestor basically had hundreds and hundreds of kids. I kept building on it patiently until it became that. And it's made for small and large hands, so it's super usable for large segment of gamers that aren't always appreciated.
Jason was very, very insistent that we have a non-visible screw design.
It's super important to give it that nice, clean look instead of punching a bunch of holes onto the back.
That was one of the biggest challenges for product design. We think it's really worth it. It makes it very comfortable in the hand and seamless and googly.
Oh, wow. That was impressive. Good work.
We worked with thousands of people playing hours and hours of games to test our controller against all of its limits. It needs to feel right for as many people as possible. Putting people at the center of our design is integral to our process and our principles. Whether it's hardware or software, creating truly helpful products for people starts with empathy. One of our earliest projects we tackled within hardware team was designing a new kind of laptop that could deliver performance and versatility in a truly beautiful form. We wanted to physically embody the speed and simplicity that people love about Chrome OS. The result was the original Pixelbook. The response was great. People really loved the award-winning design, the keyboard, and the speed. So over the past couple of years, we've been working really hard to bring that kind of experience to even more people at a more affordable price. I actually believe that you can be more creative when designing within constraints. So once again, we started with our users' needs, especially portability and battery life. We wanted to create a thin and light laptop that was really fast and also have it last all day. And of course, we wanted it to look and feel beautiful. We landed on Pixelbook Go. The design is so distinctive with an incredibly light magnesium that lets us create a very smooth matte finish in great colors. Pixelbook Go comes in just black and not pink, one of the iconic colors we introduced on Pixel 3. And we created a new rippled, wavy bottom that's easy to grip. Pixelbook Go is lighter than Pixelbook, but we still managed to add a battery that is 15% larger, making it easier to keep working all day. We also spent a lot of time making sure the keyboard is comfortable and quiet. We took all of our learnings from the original Pixelbook and really refined the design. We ended up with keys that feel great to use and are even quieter than the original. And with Chrome OS, Pixelbook Go is always fast, secure, and all your devices stay in sync with each other. Everything about Pixelbook Go is designed to address real user needs for an affordable price. You can pre-order it now in just black, with not pink coming soon. Next up, my colleague Rishi Chandra will tell you about the work we've been doing to make life at home a little easier. Thank you.
Hey everyone, I'm excited to give an update on Google Nest and our mission to create the helpful home. So last month, we launched Nest Hub Max, which is a great example of the power of ambient computing. See your photos come to life with a screen that automatically adjusts to your lighting conditions. Pause your music and videos
О,
with
они
a simple
опять свой
hand gesture.
планшет презентуют,
And it automatically adjusts the information and controls
в
based
котором
on
нет
your
сенсора.
proximity to the
Наверное, мы
device.
сейчас изобрели сенсор.
At Nest, we want to put people first and build technology around their needs. Difference between just being smart and being truly helpful.
По-моему, вот
While the
интересная
rest of
была
the industries
колонка, когда
focus
она там
on
стоила
standalone
$50.
devices,
Вот первая
our
колонка, она
focus
какой-то
is
смысл
on building
имела.
whole
А
home
типа планшет,
solutions
я уже себе
that
планшет
bring
поставлю,
together
зачем мне
technology
штука со
to provide
стойкой?
real help
Если возьму,
for real homes.
поставлю на штатив, или,
And the
не
most
знаю,
important
встрою в
place to
какой-то
get this
стол.
right is
Ну,
privacy.
вообще эта штука не
It's
интересна.
your home, the most
Но они
personal
быстро
private
презентуют.
space in
Ну,
your
вот
life.
там они презентовали за 5 минут, да?
So in May, we published a clear set of privacy commitments, which helps you understand how our technology works. Today, we want to share how these commitments extend beyond Google to our third-party ecosystem of partners. So we're
Третий
announcing
часть.
an update to our Works with Google Assistant program. We're working with partners to migrate their existing Works with Nest integrations that people know
Куча
and love,
всяких штук,
but
которые
doing it built
интегрируются,
on a
опять же,
foundation
недоступны
of
ни в
privacy
Украине,
and
ни,
security.
скорее всего, в России.
For example, we're
Очень-очень
requiring
не
partners
особо
to pass
полезно.
a security review before they can even request access to your Nest devices. You should have confidence in how Google and its partners are protecting your home data. And then you can focus on instead the great benefits of the helpful home. For example, let's talk about home audio. It used to cost thousands of dollars in a professional installation if you wanted seamless audio throughout your home. Well, Google changed all that with the whole home audio solution that is simple, affordable,
Тут там
and
монтаж
sounds
будет
great.
работать стабильно.
It started several years ago with the launch of Chromecast, making it easy to use your phone or your voice to play content on your favorite devices. And with Google Home Mini, home audio got even more affordable with a great sounding speaker with multi-room support. And with Nest Hub Max, you now have a home media control center right on your smart display. And it all works seamlessly together with Stream Transfer, where you can naturally move content around your home. So, for example, I can start a playlist or watch a show on my Nest Hub Max in the kitchen. And when I'm done cooking, just say, "Hey Google, move this to the living room TV," and it'll pick up right where I left off.
Да
Really
только
easy.
не хлопает.
Now, for a lot of people, Google Home Mini was a perfect starter kit for your audio system. And today, we're introducing the next generation, Nest Mini. It's even more capable with the same affordable price point and the same iconic design.
Подожди, у него
So let's start with the
дисплей
design.
был, они же опять дисплей
Colors
забрали.
really help Mini blend naturally into your home. And you now have a new color option called Sky. And as Ivy mentioned, all of our fabric is made from 100% recycled plastic bottles. Now, we also heard from you, you want a little more flexibility of where to place Mini. So we added a simple
То
wall mount.
тойлет, то тойлет.
It really looks great anywhere in your home. Now, the original Mini was designed to pack in great sound in a really small form. And with Nest Mini, you get even better quality sound.
То есть они
2x
соединили
stronger
колонку,
bass
да,
and
и
even
вот
more
этот
clear and
но все
natural
равно же
sound.
дисплей нужен.
And for those times when your home gets loud, like it does at mine,
Вализи.
we added a third mic to hear you better in noisy environments. Nest Mini also got a really cool new superpower.
Непонятно,
There's
что
a
они
dedicated
презентуют.
machine learning chip
Такого
with up to 1 teraops of compute. So for the first time, core experiences of the Google Assistant can come from the data center and be moved instead to run locally on your
Не, он
device.
включает по сигналу, ты создаешь
Simply put,
систему,
things are going to
говоришь,
get a
включи на
lot
телевизоре,
faster
и он
as it learns
через
your
Wi-Fi
family's
передает
freaking
идеи.
commands.
У каждого девайса есть название, нет.
Finally, Nest Mini also powers an amazing home communication system. A home intercom, so you can talk room to room. A home alert system, telling you who's at the front door. A home phone, allow you to call anyone in the world for free using Google Duo. I can even use my phone to call my Nest devices.
Но никто даже не
It works
хлопает, ну
great for those
серьезно, ну
times I'm leaving
стыдно.
work and I want to ask the family what they want for dinner. So that's the new Nest Mini. Our next step in bringing seamless
Чем
audio
это
and
отличается от
communication
колонкой?
to
Почему
more
это
homes around the
Nest?
world.
Все это делала и колонка, ты говоришь,
Okay,
включи
now
на
let's talk
телек
about
или
home
включай.
awareness. One of our core products is Nest Aware, which combined with our Nest Cams provides intelligent alerts and camera history. Now, lots of our users have multiple
Зачем на
cameras,
девайсе
and we've
без
heard from
экранчика
you that our
днем
Nest Aware pricing can get a little expensive and complicated.
Что
So
интересно?
today, we're announcing a new
Чтобы у них была
whole home
камера
pricing
с
model.
колонкой.
For one monthly rate, you get Nest-aware support across all your Nest devices in your home.
Ну подожди.
So whether you have 2 cameras or you have 10 cameras, you pay the same monthly rate.
Сейчас будет
And you can
Так,
choose
тихо,
between
тихо,
2
не
different
угнетайте.
pricing
YouTube это
plans,
гугловский
depending on your
ресурс.
needs.
Ребята, вы молодцы.
We even added more video history. The new Nest
Подписка.
Aware will be rolling out early
Подписка за
next year.
$12.
It'll be easy to switch over your existing plan.
И...
Now, as part of the new Nest Aware subscription,
Ну, это
we're
за
also
девайс,
unlocking the
походу, и
power
за
of speakers and
устройство. Ну,
displays
все переходит
to
на
be
эти
part of
подписки.
your home awareness system. So devices like Nest Mini or Nest Hub can be your ears when you're on the road or on vacation. We use on-device AI, sound detection AI, to pick up critical sounds like
Так это
barking
зависит
dogs
от
or
ПКМ.
smoke and carbon monoxide alarms.
6-day
We send an alert
event
to your phone.
history.
So now in one go, even those basic smoke alarms
Непонятно.
become smart smoke alarms. And when you get an alert, you have the option to hear the alert or listen live to confirm the alarm. Now, if it is an emergency, the home app can directly connect you to the 911 call center closest to you, regardless of where in the world
Так
you
а
are.
что раньше? А раньше этого нельзя
So in
было
those
сделать?
critical
Я не
moments,
понимаю.
the last thing you want to do is scramble to find a
Может
local
позвонить
emergency
911
dispatcher.
бюллетень ближайшему от вас, и что?
Now, these notifications will be part of the new home app.
Типа, когда
Which
ты
actually
звонишь
includes a new feature
911,
called
она
Home
понимает.
Feed. It brings together all the notifications and snippets from your devices, organizes them, and highlights the important stuff. So you can quickly see priority items,
Ну так а что,
or you get a
если
general recap
я
of the day.
наберу с Нью-Йорка, она не поймет, что я в Нью-Йорке звоню?
So that's the new Nest Aware.
Или как она?
More
Или они на
affordable,
общую службу
with more
переходят?
features and support for more devices.
Okay,
Okay, finally, let's talk about home connectivity.
Не знаю, не
You
знаю.
can have the best home setup in the world, but it's nothing without great Wi-Fi coverage. That's why we launched Google Wi-Fi 3 years ago.
Такое себе, это же
And since
911 должен
launch,
себя тоже
it has been the
показывать.
#1 selling mesh Wi-Fi system on the market. And in 2019, it is the top selling router of any kind. And it's a router that actually gets better over time with
Ну, роутеры
automatic
они давно
updates to
были,
add
опять же,
parental
знаешь, они.
controls, improve performance, and enable
Хотя-
Google's latest security features. Well, today, we're
Опять,
also updating the
security,
hardware
а то.
with Nest Wi-Fi.
Ну, покажите новые функции, я понимаю, что вы
Now,
свои.
the Nest Wi-Fi system is actually 2 devices.
Они, короче,
The
просто
router
все
plugs into
переназвали
your
Nest,
modem
и
and
все.
creates a powerful
На
network.
этом вся инновация
The
Nest,
point
ну, колонок
expands
Nest
your coverage.
закончилась.
Now, working together,
Про
they create
планшет
a
вообще,
single
ну, про вот
strong
эту
Wi-Fi
фон,
connection
да, с
throughout your
экранчиком, вообще
entire home.
непонятно, что нового.
And our updated hardware and software
Короче,
delivers
надо
up to
продать
2x
старые даже
speed
колонки,
and up to
новые коробочки.
25% better coverage. So now,
Не, я
the
все
Nest
такой
Wi-Fi
Wi-Fi
system
купил,
only
будет
needs
она у
one
нас,
router
во-первых,
and
а
one
во-вторых,
point to cover around 85% of homes in the US.
Xiaomi Wi-Fi.
Now, we're also solving a common
Ну,
problem
видишь,
you
мы
find with
тут-то
routers today.
смартфон, оно оценивает там
Most of
уровень
them get
сигнала,
hidden
они
in a
там
closet or
я бы как
cabinet
минимум поигрался,
because,
посмотрел, что.
truthfully, they're pretty ugly,
Ну, что за угла?
which reduces their
Ну,
signal
да,
intention by 50%. Nest Wi-Fi is designed to be out in the open, where it performs at its best, with the range of colors that will naturally blend into your home. And of course, it's really simple to use. With the Google Home app, you can set up your Nest Wi-Fi network in minutes. And once you're set up, it's easy to
Здесь же
share
это
your Wi-Fi
нельзя,
password,
потому что все
manage your
заблокировано
network,
абсолютно.
set a schedule for the kids, or create a guest
Короче, все
network.
супер настраиваемо и прям
Nest Wi-Fi also
экосистема
provides
бум.
a foundation
Не знаю,
for
меня
smart home
отталкивает в этом
connectivity.
всем только цена.
We're working with a growing list of partners to enable seamless setup in the home app.
Деткам даешь один
And with
Wi-Fi,
support for BLE
вторым
and Thread,
другой,
we can
третьим
talk to
третий,
smart home
Это
devices
неплохо,
locally,
это очень
so you
неплохо.
don't have to buy a
Причем за
separate
угловской
hub.
простотой это выглядит
Stay tuned
интересно,
for
но
even more partner
в
announcements over the
принципе
next few
за цену,
months.
которую они предлагают, по-любому же это долларов
Lastly,
300.
we added a
Нет,
Google
не 300,
Assistant
даже
smart
500
speaker
где-то
to
за
the Nest Wi-Fi point.
за какую?
So it
За
does
Wi-Fi.
everything the Nest Mini does.
Даже если она
Plays your music with great sound,
50. Не,
provides
ну на
answers to
долларов
your
300,
questions,
да, она должна стоить.
and lets you control smart devices with just your voice. So now you can
Ну,
broadcast a
они же
message
такие,
to
ты
your
знаешь,
kids
сколько
that
Nest
it's
вообще
time for
стоит?
dinner.
Nest стоит
Так Nest
100
And if that doesn't work,
кусок
try saying,
Wi-Fi.
"Hey Google,
Я не
pause
помню, сколько
Wi-Fi
он...
for kids'
Ты
devices."
покупаешь Nest, ты
Pretty sure
покупаешь
that'll work.
эти все девайсы, которые от
So
нас
that's the
надо.
new Nest
И
Wi-Fi.
еще и
Better
Wi-Fi.
coverage, smart home support, and the Google Assistant. It'll be available starting on November
Я не
4th.
понимаю, это в нем тоже Google
With new affordable home solutions for audio, awareness, and connectivity, everyone now can start building their own helpful home. Thank you.
Ну, в общем, такое.
Right now in Mountain View,
Пока
it's
что
68 and
стыдно.
sunny. Today, it'll be sunny with a forecasted high of 72
О,
and a low of
так ново, это же 2014 год. Я так свои колонки тоже.
So you use this room to test.
Right. So we use this type of setting to really stress the microphones. Okay. Right now I'm talking to it this way, but sometimes our devices are higher and sometimes they're lower. You know,
I might be down here.
yeah, exactly. You know, because it's going to be in so many rooms, it's sort of a privilege to, you know, like, we got to get this right, you know. I come from a family of immigrants and they all have accents. And it's important for me to design products that, you know, my parents can use and that it works for everyone. At Google, like, everyone sort of has their slogan of like what their passion is. And on mine, it's actually be heard. It obviously goes into like the stuff that I work on, but also, you know, speaking up when things don't feel right. What this represents is an entire Google team's voice of, we got here because we work together.
You know what's kind of cool about that is when multiple voices come together to express sound in a coherent loop. Call that harmony.
There you go. Harmony. With Wi-Fi.
Hi,
О, хоть
I'm
кто-то
Sabrina
кого
from the
знает.
Pixel team. Now let's talk about how Google's ambient computing vision comes to life when you're on the go. Pixel 4 introduces entirely new helpful experiences.
Четвертый пиксель представляет из себя прям вообще новый опыт использования.
With a new look, a new color, and a beautiful new finish. And Pixel 4 includes camera features and sensors that you're not going to find on any other phone. Let's start there. 5 years ago, our advanced technologies team began this project solely to
Хорошо, что не
investigate
спереди они еще
radar
такое запихнули, зная
technologies.
дизайнеров
Radar's been
Google.
around for a long time, and it's still one of the best ways to sense
Ну, такие
motion.
айфона,
It's
и
precise,
iPhone слили,
low
даже и
power,
обзоры уже,
and
в
it's
принципе, есть.
fast. There were lots of exciting possibilities. But here's what our first sensor looked like when we started working on something.
Это, походу, датчик
Radar
соли они
sensors have always been way
презентуют.
too big to fit in a phone.
Соли.
So we
Против
shrunk
соли.
it down into a tiny chip. But that still wasn't small enough. So we had to shrink it
Короче,
down
мы его
even
уменьшали,
more.
уменьшали, уменьшали, уменьшали.
Pixel 4
Вот
is
до
the
такой
first
прям
smartphone
маленькой
with a
штуки.
radar sensor.
Бесполезно. Ну, не знаю,
It
чтобы я
powers
шел
the
по
new
улице и
motion
вот
sense
такой херней
capabilities
занимался.
for more human interactions with your phone.
Что, я же вроде нормальный человек.
Pixel 4 has the fastest
Там они
secure
обещали,
face
что эту
unlock
штуку
on a
как-то
smartphone.
настраивать будут.
Because the process
Быстрейший
starts
Face ID.
before you've even picked up your phone.
Даже
Motion
быстрее,
sense
чем ты
prepares the
возьмешь.
camera when you reach for your
Ну,
Pixel
этим они
4,
делают
so you
iPhone, на
don't need
самом
to
деле.
tap the screen. It's so much faster and smoother. Motion sense can power down your phone when you walk away and turn
Ух
it
ты,
back
какой
on
он
when you
тоненький,
approach your
прикольненький,
phone.
нет?
It also lets you
Спереди
control your
смотрится
Pixel
очень даже
with
неплохо.
simple gestures. Swipe to skip a song,
Ой, как полезно, ой,
silence a
как
call,
полезно.
wave hello to Pikachu.
Hello to Pikachu еще.
We had a wide range of helpful
А вот это
features,
неплохо.
from
Это
gaming
через
to
датчик соли?
personal wellness. Here's a quick look.
Ну-ка, это
It's a
интересно.
very famous saying that any advanced technology becomes indistinguishable from magic. That's one of the things we
Это
talk
все
about with
магия,
Solid.
говорят, они
It's a
никаких
magical
технологий.
sensor.
Почти.
I touched without touching.
Radar has a lot of very interesting properties that would be very useful
А
for
зачем мне зрить
computer
Пикачу,
interaction.
собственно
It
говоря, на
can shrink
экране?
it down.
All of this is now in
That's right. Yeah. It can sense
И
the
что?
materials. It's extremely sensitive for
Это
motion.
очень сенситивно. Там у них какие-то были проблемы, что эта фигня на одной и той же самой частоте с военными, по-моему, и поэтому Pixel 4 пока официально в Японии там не разрешено еще в каких-то странах, что он совпадает с военными частотами.
Intentional and unintentional gestures. Just because I wave on top of the device doesn't mean that I want to skip a song. If I pick up coffee cup, this gesture is very similar to a swipe.
Короче, они очень долго играли с тем, чтобы фейковых не было касаний.
With Soli, we can try to understand more about the implicit behavior that happen around the device.
The phone knows earlier what your intention is.
Exactly.
Okay.
Let's say the alarm goes off, really annoying. As you reach, We can lower the volume. The phone is
Мы можем
more
еще
high.
там
And
всякими
then, just
жестами
by testing, push a
работать.
bit.
Да. Но не только в
These
будильниках,
moments
приложения,
of
походу,
understanding
все.
each other happen all the time between us, but
Блин, а
they
весело
happen
им
with
работать? Я
touch.
бы
What we can
поработал
do
с
with
ними.
radar is to actually
Они
capture
такие веселые
aspects
на
of
вид.
non-verbal communication. And as a first step in Pixel 4 with motion sense is to get as close as possible to the intuitiveness of verbal interaction. Silence.
Ну,
Since the solar
сказать, что это
sensor can
полезная
detect the
штука.
environment around Pixel 4, privacy had to be built in from the start.
Посмотрим, как
or
оно
off
будет
at any
реализовано,
time,
и
and when it's
поначалу
on,
это будет очень
all of the
бесполезная
sensor's
штука, которую
data
все
is
будут подключать.
processed
Вот такая
right
моя ставка.
on your Pixel.
А вот
It's
через
never
годика-два,
saved
может
or
быть, когда
shared
какой-то
with other
контент,
Google
когда они там
services.
сделают много приложений, то может что-то и
And
будет.
motion sense isn't the only way we're making your phone interactions faster and more natural. The Google Assistant is now deeply integrated into Pixel 4's
Ну, вот это
OS
обещали, у
and
меня на
across
самом
your
деле эта
apps.
функция поработала,
You
чтобы
can quickly
быстро
open
реагировать,
apps,
наверное, с
search
полмесяца.
across
Но
your
они ее
phone,
опять убрали, но
share
опять
what's on
стало
your
работать
screen,
туго.
and a lot
После
more.
I.O. они запустили
The
эту
Assistant
штуку, я
can
такой
simplify multitasking
взаимодействие
too,
быстро.
with a clean new interface. Check this out. Just
Новый
give
интерфейс
Pixel 4 a
Assistant.
quick squeeze. Show me Maggie Rogers on Twitter. What are her concert dates? Share this with Vivian.
Ну, из того, что я вообще видел по Nokia взаимодействует как-то быстрее.
Let's go see her.
И то, что они на I.O. показывали, там взаимодействие было еще быстрее, чем вот это. Там Nokia выпустил какой-то девайс, который намного быстрее работает, чем
A key way we're making the assistant this fast is with an on-device version of our language models that run in our data center. So they can run locally, right on your Pixel 4. This means the new assistant uses a hybrid model. It can respond to many day-to-day requests on device, like starting a timer, while connecting for requests like, is my flight on time? You also have new ways to manage your data.
Ну, это
Choose a
удобно.
time limit for how long you want your
Ну, по-моему, у
activity
них
data
оно
to be
и
saved
раньше
in
так
your
работало.
Google account. Or just tell the assistant to delete everything you said to it today or this week, and it will.
Видно, на Google сильно нащемили. У них же нашли вот эту уязвимость, что у них все данные сохраняются, и они даже подтвердили, что они используют эти данные. А сейчас вот они говорят, делить все своим полностью.
With Titan M and other security features, last year's Pixel 3 scored the highest for built-in security for a smartphone, according to Gartner. We've built Titan M into Pixel 4 as well to protect your most sensitive on-device data, like your passwords, your OS data, and now your face unlock model. Your phone has some of your most personal, private information. And we have a responsibility to keep it safe.
Не знаю, зачем мне его защищать, если по-любому оно уже у кого-то есть. Уже как бы познавательненько это защищать. Я понимаю, если бы не сразу это внедрили.
Recording notes to myself, interesting lectures, important events. But then I end up with a bunch of untitled audio clips that I really don't know what to do with. So we created a new kind of audio recorder that taps into our speech recognition and AI. Let's see it in action. We've had a Pixel 4 recording the show for the past few minutes. As you can see, with one tap, I can get Recorder transcribing my words in real time as I'm saying.
На предзащиту мне эту функцию. На защиту, в смысле, быстро, потому что я не хочу писать вот эту стенограмму. Пиксель все за меня сделает.
And it's pretty accurate. This means you can transcribe
Вот интересно, как русский язык будет восприниматься. Английский, то понятно, то вообще любой пацан
Eric
сделает.
Backstage is going to save this recording. And now I can go into the search bar and find whatever I'm looking for.
Круто.
I can search for sounds, words, phrases. Let's see
Нет,
all the
это
times I
очень
mentioned
удобно, это
Pixel
сделка,
across my
которой не
entire
хватало.
library of
Я надеюсь, что они что-то выпустят до моей
The places where the word
защиты,
Pixel
и
is
я
said
это
are highlighted
испробую.
in yellow in the playback bar, so you can dive into the exact part of the recording you're looking for. It's pretty cool.
Вот
And you'll
шпион, да?
notice this phone is actually in
Вот шпионы, посмотри, что они уже
All
умеют.
this
Аж
recorder
страшно.
functionality happened on device.
А мы боимся кого? Алису. А Алиса пока далеко от того, чтобы мы серчили в записях.
Now, I want to to take a minute to talk about Pixel 4's OLED display. DisplayMate has awarded Pixel 4 XL their highest score, an A+ rating, together with a Best Smartphone Display Award. In
Самый
five key
быстрый
areas like
дисплей,
color
ну это
accuracy and
Best
image
Smartphone
contrast,
Display Award,
DisplayMate
рейтинг A+.
classified Pixel 4 XL's display as visually
Кто-то
indistinguishable
продает, но у них
from
не лучше дисплей,
perfect.
чем у OneNote, у которых
Pixel
90
4
Hz.
is
Это ж
also
об
our
этом
first
речь.
smartphone with a 90 Hz refresh
И
rate.
шо? Ну, это
And we've
было
added some
известно давно.
smarts.
У
The
iPhone
refresh rate
60
adjusts on its
говорят,
own
что
depending
90 типа
on
лучше.
what you are doing. So, you get a great visual experience while still preserving battery life.
И еще и
Pixel 4
сохраняет
brings
battery
together
life
so
90
many helpful
есть.
new
Очень
technologies
правдиво.
and capabilities. And you'll get the best Android experience with Android 10, and you're the first in line
Нет,
to get the
серьезно, вот
latest
эта
OS
функция,
updates
которая
and
есть
features.
в Huawei, когда
We
ты
also want
можешь
to make sure you
дисплей
get the best
уменьшать, это
experience
очень
out
классная
of the
функция.
box.
Она
So
очень
Pixel 4
помогает
comes
сейвить
with 3
батарею, и
months
как
of
бы
Google
многим
One
нужна.
for new eligible members. You get lots of premium features, including Pro Sessions
100
for
гигабайт места дает.
one-on-one virtual help. So if you have a question about your settings or
100
want a few
гигабайт
tips for
cloud
the camera,
storage,
we're there for you.
3 months на
The
3
new
месяца.
Pixel comes in 3 colors: just black, clearly white,
Oh.
and a limited edition called Oh So Orange.
So Orange,
It also
оранжевый,
comes in 2
белый
sizes,
и
both with the
желтый,
same features
убойный.
and
А вот
both
белый
available for pre-order
ничего, черный.
starting today.
Черный как-то сильно
Shipping starts
сливается.
on October 24th. And we're excited that
Инновация
people will be able to find Pixel in even more places.
это в Америке,
We're
а у нас тут
expanding
целых
our
40
carrier
перебыв
partnerships. So
в
Pixel
наших
4 is
внутриках.
now available through every major US carrier.
Штука баксов? Ну, не знаю, Pixel 3 где-то по
Now,
30-х
we
начинается.
didn't forget about the camera. For the past 3 years, Pixel set the standard for smartphone cameras with incredible capabilities like HDR+, Super Res Zoom, Top Shot, and of course, Night Sight.
Все уже было в прошлом году, мы втулили в эту камеру.
And it all starts with this
Top
little
Shot,
square,
Night Sight и
basically a
Super Digital
miniaturized
Zoom.
camera rig right on the back of your phone. You can see
Всё
the
сзади
rear, wide,
камеры.
and telephoto cameras.
Ура, мы лочим под производителей. Как прекрасно, под мобильных операторов.
And a
Как это
flash that
прекрасно.
we hope you'll use mostly as a flashlight. But it's there just in case. But the hardware isn't what makes our camera so much better. The special sauce that makes our Pixel camera unique is our computational photography. And who better to talk about it
Это,
than
надеюсь,
Professor
топ-шот, да,
Mark
когда
Lavoie
девочка
from
глаза
Google
закрыла, это же был
Research.
топ-шот, да? Так, про камеру скажет что-то другое. Марк,
Thanks, Sabrina. It's great to be here. There's a saying among
старенький
photographers.
какой-то, он
What's
серьезно разбирается
important
в
to taking
камерах?
a great picture is, in order, subject, lighting, lens, and the camera body. It's their way of saying that
Объект,
it doesn't
камера
matter
и
which SLR
тело.
body you use unless you get the first 3 elements right. Well, here's a slightly different take on this list. Subject, lighting, lens,
Объект,
software.
свет,
So,
линза.
by software, I mean computational photography. So what does that mean? It means doing less with hardwired circuitry and more with code. I like to call it a software-defined camera. It typically
Software
means
defines the camera.
capturing and combining multiple pictures to make a single, better picture. One version of this is HDR+, the technology we've used for taking
Ну, не знаю, у
photos
меня
on
работает,
every
я бы не сказал, что
pixel.
очень классно. Я вот делаю HDR-ную фотку и HDR-ную фотку на Pixel первой. Работает оно как бы, честно говоря, почти одинаково.
These pictures are deliberately underexposed to avoid blowing out highlights. We align them using software and average them, which reduces noise in the shadows.
Ну,
This lets us
разные фотки
brighten
слипаются
the
в одну, и
shadows,
это классно. До и после.
giving you detail
Но
in both
не
the highlights
работает оно так,
and
как бы
the
хотелось,
shadows.
честно. Вот мне
In
так
fact,
кажется.
there's a simple formula. Noise
На
goes
первом
down
месте.
as the
Может, на
square
втором
root
поинтереснее
of the
будет.
number of images you average together. So if you use 9 images, you get 1/3 as much noise. This isn't mad science, it's just simple physics. By the way,
Никто
on the
не
left
хлопает.
is our
Заметил?
raw
Вот никто ни за
output
что не
if you
хлопает. Вот
enable
заходит
that
новый
in the
человек, и
app.
никто не хлопает.
There's something else about this list. It says the lens is important, without quibbling about the order on the list,
Объектив,
some
объектив
subjects
это
are
важно.
farther away than you'd like. So it does help telephoto shots to have a telephoto lens.
А в прошлом году вы, ребят, что говорили? Все линзы не нужны, да? Все одной камеры хватит, да?
Lens plus our super res zoom technology. In other words, a hybrid of optical and digital zoom, which we use on both the main and telephoto lenses, so you get sharp imagery throughout the zoom range. Here's an example. You probably think this is a 1x photo. It's not. It's a zoom taken from way back here. By the way, super res zoom is real multi-frame super resolution, meaning that pinch zooming
Когда
before you
мобильные
take the
камеры
shot
просто
gives
делают.
you a sharper photo than cropping afterwards. So don't crop like this. Compose the shot you want by pinch zooming. Also, by the way, most popular SLR lenses do magnify scenes, not shrink them. So while wide angle can be fun, we think telephoto is more important.
Wide angle. Кто-то говорит, что важно, но мы считаем телефото важнее. Так что мне мешает 3 камеры засунуть? Ну, уже все так делают.
First, live HDR+. Everyone here is familiar
Ну, наверное,
with
может, они под
HDR+'s
матрицу
signature look and its ability to capture extreme brights and darks in a way that looks crisp and natural. But even phones with good HDR solutions can't compute them in real time.
Насколько этот пиксель будет дальше, чем все остальные, они DxO-марку по-любому запускают. Но их, кстати, слабо оценивает DxO-марк. То есть, понятное дело, что считается, что пикселя самая мощная камера, но DxO-марк сейчас по Huawei поделаны очень сильно.
In the viewfinder. So you get our signature look while you compose your shot. We call this feature Live HDR+. So the industry's most successful HDR solution is now real-time and WYSIWYG. What you see is what you get.
What you see is what you get. Это айфоновская технология, да?
If we have an intrinsically HDR camera, we should have HDR controls for it. So Pixel 4 has dual exposure controls. Here's an example. This is a nice HDR plus shot, but maybe you would like to try it as a silhouette. So you tap on the screen and lower the brightness slider a bit. That mainly changes the capture exposure. Then you lower the shadows slider a lot. That mainly changes the tone mapping. And voila, you get a different artistic vision. Try doing that with any other cell phone. So, separate sliders for brightness and shadows while you compose your shot. It's a different way of thinking about controlling exposure in a camera. Second, white balance in photography is a hard problem. Mathematicians call it an ill-posed problem. Is this snow blue the way this SLR originally captured it? Or is it white snow illuminated by a blue sky?
И они, короче, тоже разобрались, как сделать. На базе искусственного интеллекта они сейчас предлагают эту систему, собрали там просто чуваков, более там, 1000 или 100 тысяч фоток они сделали, и люди поняли, какой правильный ответ, обучили нейронные
So you get truer colors, especially in tricky lighting. Here's a tough case, an ice cave. It's blue light,
ледяная пещера и как бы голубой снег, но вот что делает наша система с этой штукой, давайте посмотрим. Ну такое, как-то не особо веселее стало.
We've continued to improve portrait mode. With our dual pixel or split pixel technology, we've always been good at portraits and at macro shots. This year we're computing depth, again using machine learning, from both dual pixels and dual cameras, which gives us accurate depth farther from the camera. This extends portrait mode to large objects and stand further back portraits.
Короче, если лучше стало. Мы учили, учили систему, и все стало просто классно.
Look at the lights on either side of her head. We're doing better on hair and dog fur, which are hard. And of course, we still do
Ну, все
great
блюдется, все,
selfie
короче,
photos.
прекрасно, вот что он показывает.
Fourth
Это моя
and
личная
last,
фотка.
we have continued to improve night sight
И продолжаем
in
улучшать
many
Night
ways
Sight. Вот это вообще супер
and
интересно.
extended it to a use case that has always been sort of a holy grail
Вот
for
это вот
me.
вообще вот они по
You could have
чуть-чуть
taken this
дотягивают,
dusk
но
shot
вот сейчас мы видим именно ту
using
границу,
Pixel 3
когда
last year.
мобильная техника
Using
доходит
Pixel
все-таки до...
4,
В прошлом
you can
году она
take
вот не
this
доставала, а вот сейчас это
nighttime
как раз
picture from the same viewpoint.
тот момент, когда они дотягивают до фотики. Хотя что мешает фотике Night Sight? Что мешает?
In the year since we launched it, night sight has been called everything from fake to sorcery. Well, it's neither. Think back to the mathematics that I explained at the beginning. Astrophotography is about taking longer exposures and more of them, up to 16 seconds times 15 exposures.
Астроснимки,
That's
60
4 minutes,
секунд.
but it's a single shutter press and it's fully automatic. By the way, you can't do this with a single long exposure. In 4 minutes, the stars do move and trees
Через
wave
4
in the wind.
минуты
So you
звезды
need
начинают
robust
двигаться, это
alignment
заметно.
and
А наша
merging
технология
of
типа
multiple
идеально это
pictures.
время просчитывает, когда они
And
не
for 4-minute
двигаются.
exposure,
Но это
we
тоже
do
неплохо.
recommend a tripod.
Очень классно.
Or you can prop your phone
Пока
at
я
work.
не пробовал, у меня нет этой функции.
Is there machine learning? Yes. Machine learning? Yes. We use it for white balancing, as I mentioned. We also use semantic
Оно, скорее всего,
segmentation in all our
знаешь, оно
photo
учитывает
modes
время
and have
движения
for
по ходу
years.
на протяжении
To
этих
brighten
60
faces
секунд. И
in HDR+,
меняет.
a feature we call synthetic fill flash, to separate foregrounds
Да,
from backgrounds
ну тоже
in
можно.
portrait shots, and to darken and denoise skies in night sight. Is there computational photography? There's lots of that too. Digital sensors are prone to hot pixels that are stuck at red, green, or blue. The longer the exposure, the more hot pixels. Our exposures are pretty long, so we need some clever algorithms to remove those hot pixels. By the way, that's our astrophotography field testing team. And yes, they sat still for a long time for this shot. So where does this game stop? What can't we capture using Pixel 4? Well, we can capture the moon, which by the way required some fiddling with those dual exposure controls I told you about. And we can capture a moonlit landscape. This is not daytime, it's the middle of the night, and the landscape is illuminated only by the moon. See the stars? But what we can't
Короче,
do,
это все про астросъемку, насколько она
including
просто
on Pixel 4
бомбезная, то,
today,
что мы можем капчить
is
Луну
capture both at once
ночью,
in the
и
same
что это
picture.
типа бомба.
The problem here is that the moon is blown out and the Marin headlands at the bottom are just a silhouette. The dynamic range, the difference in brightness between a full moon
На самом деле,
and a
они
moonlit
видно
landscape
здесь, по
is
крайней мере, на этих
19
фотках,
f-stops.
что они
That's
что-то
19
сделали с своим
doublings,
размытием
about
света.
500,000 times brighter, way beyond the range of any consumer camera, even an SLR. So, is this scene forever impossible with a cell phone?
Ну это же на
Remember
фотик,
what I
да.
said at the beginning about software-defined camera?
Тут я смотрю,
Pixel
не
is committed
размыто.
to making its cameras better with software updates. So stay tuned on this one. To sum up, 4 new computational photography features. Live HDR Plus with dual
Живой
exposure
HDR+,
controls,
learning-based,
white balancing,
баланс
wider
белого,
range portrait mode with an SLR bokeh,
широкий
and night sight with
портретный мод и
astrophotography.
астрофотография.
And remember, you can use night sight for many things besides stars.
Night Sight можно использовать не только для звезд.
So go out
Для
there and
получения
be
просто
creative
крутых вот динамических
with Pixel
фоток.
4.
С высокой сможете сделать, используя Pixel 4.
Now, it's my honor to introduce one of my favorite artists, who has spent her career creating some of the most memorable photographs
Ну, а сейчас мы
of the last
поговорим
50
про
years.
искусство,
12 months ago,
про
I gave her a
чувака,
Pixel,
который создал
and
очень
she's
много
taken it all
классных
over the
фотографий.
country to build a new collection of portraits. She also
И
gives
он
us
сделал новую
suggestions
коллекцию
and
портретов.
candid feedback, which we've taken to heart in the tuning of the Pixel 4 camera. So please
И они
welcome
очень
my
сильные вот
friend
этих вот
Annie
всяких
Leibovitz,
артистов,
along with
видимо,
our
монтажа
own
сейчас
Lily.
привлекают. Хотят очень сильно сказать, что это прям профессиональная камера, начиная с третьего На 3D пиксель Эминем же снимал свой клип. Ночью. Вообще было очень эффектно.
Thank you, Mark. Hi, Annie. Thanks for joining us.
Стоп, это что тетя опять, которая планшеты показывала. Пиксель вот эти вот. Опять будет скучно.
I've always been interested in the camera phone and what it could do and what it what its
Всем очень
potential
интересно,
was.
камера, пиксель, что она вообще делает на машине. В прошлом году все, кстати, очень сильно отказались от вообще камеры и начали использовать просто третий пиксель, показывая, что типа это лучше даже.
I mean, it's obvious what's interesting about a
Странная
camera phone.
бабушка,
I
у
mean,
нее странная одежда, как помню.
is you can carry it in your pocket, for example. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, it's great. I know that you've been using the camera for over a year now to shoot a collection of photographs, some of which we're seeing the behind the scenes here. Can you tell us more about
Вроде
the
то же
project?
самое. Ну, рассказывает одинаково скучно. Но она что же про дизайн, про sustainable
I was
development
very,
говорила.
suspicious and very careful with it, and it really became an exercise in light and composition and content, and then when the Pixel 4 came along, I was kind of very impressed about how I relaxed with it and just glided with it and used it and really just enjoyed taking pictures. I'm really towards the end of
Не, ну это реально очень скучный рассказ. Я даже
towards the end of the work that we were doing, I felt like I was just beginning to sort of get it, and I just let the camera do the work, quite honestly, and really enjoyed myself. But the project, the people, I mean,
Which we have here today, Nor and Chase and Idris.
Nora and Chase, it's incredible. I mean, the people.
I mean, the people, бла-бла-бла, очень увлекательный разговор. Не хочу никого обидеть, но вообще непонятно, о чем речь. Люди делают вещи, которые дают надежду. И здесь пиксель. Это она, я тебе точно говорю. Она тоже про sustainable development там заебала, про арт, все это в одну кучу, прям похоже на мои научные статьи.
Getting on with it,
Тоже про всякие непонятные слова сказал. Будут фотки или нет? Вот что людей интересует. Мы поняли, что это супердизайнерская штука.
Google first gives me this, totally seduced me by saying, would you like to drive across the country?
По твоему об этом она
That
говорит.
turned into, of course, going back to people. I don't know if you see what I did was I decided to take 2 photographs to create a portrait.
Ну не знаю, у меня фотки. Я лучше фотограф, чем она. Может, не скромно, но я фоткаю лучше. У меня есть немного лучше фотки. Ну, сфоткала дневник и все. У меня столько там этих дневников и всего. Звезды и все. Ну вообще прям. Не надо было фотографу давать, а обычный чувак будет фотки.
Almost on graduation day in her uniform, but next to her is a photograph of the boots she wore for 4 years, every single day. So.
Well, so I have to ask, I'm so curious, because you have access to the world's best camera equipment. So how is it different?
Я как бы очень не заинтересован, потому что у вас есть доступ к наилучшим вообще фотографиям. Как вам пиксель? Ну, фотокамера.
For a while, and the whole idea was, can you use it to go out and do work as a photographer?
Можно ли использовать пиксель как фотоаппарат? Вот что меня волновало. Короче, по-любому, тетю сюда не зря пригласили. Она сейчас скажет, что, конечно, можно, что супер классно, что там Canon Mark, какой там самый классный. Пятый, короче, шмурдяк по сравнению с Pixel 4, где у него есть базука.
It really felt like we were just floating. I mean, she was really a beautiful.
Очень все красиво, вообще. Стоп сомневался.
Anyway, she was just a beautiful muse, and I took these photographs that I wasn't really.
Это моя муза, вообще красивее. Это моя муза, которая меня заводит.
She had that red shock of hair, and it was great.
That's great. Well, so before we go, since I have you, I have to ask, what pro
Пока мы
tips do you
идем, я
have for
спросил.
all of us here who want to take beautiful images like this with the phone in your pocket?
Oh, it's all inside you.
Хочется ли вам делать тут красивые
do
фотки
it.
на
It's
этот
all there. I think
фотоаппарат?
what's great about the camera phone. I mean, my children use this phone,
Детки,
use this camera.
оказывается, это
we all are
детки
using this
делали
camera,
фотографии.
and it's a brand new language. And if you want to do something more specific, then you may fall into another category, and you're a photographer, but
Хотела сделать что-то более уникальное, чем я себе использовал, просто как фотограф.
The democratization of photography is what I've heard you call it. So
I think it's great.
Thank you
Не
so
знаю,
much.
попросили меня, я бы за половину суммы сделал им фотографии получше. Тетрадку сфоткать, у нее целый пакет тетрадок.
Thanks for joining us on stage. And guys, Annie Leibovitz.
Okay. Thank you.
Спасибо. Супер фотки. Отлично. Главное, где мой DxOMark? Дайте мне 142. Ну, у пикселя есть деньги, они на самом деле... Я думаю, процентов 10 рынка на сегодняшний день. Этот дядька его не скажет, я его знаю.
Well, as you've seen today, our vision for ambient computing is to create a single, consistent experience across your home, your work, and on the go. It's available anywhere you want it, whenever you need it. With the introduction of our new Pixel phone, Pixel Buds, Pixelbook Go, Nest Mini, Nest Wi-Fi, we're
Короче,
taking a
супер
big
бомба,
step towards this vision.
экосистема, супер бомба все, что мы сделали. Но надеемся, потому что терпеть это сложновато. Дизайнер вообще был супер скотчем.
There'll be a lot more product details to see upstairs in person.
Не продали.
For those on the live stream, please go to the Google store online, see a lot more. Thanks so much for joining us today, and we'll see you again soon. Thank you.
Ну за что? Ну серьезно, если это все, что они могли дать? Ладно, смотрим. Вот эта презентация Pixel. А, это обсуждение. Ну не знаю, ну это просто...
Я очень недоволен презентацией, и они опять не сделали, когда вырезаешь сеточку, через которую фоткаешь бейсболиста.
В 2017 году, да, они презентовали?
Да, это было...
Уже как бы 2 года можно было бы доделать.
Короче, всего не страшно.
Нет, серьезно.
Надо быть умным.
Да давайте, ну так, как бы видно, это не особо сложно сейчас.
Помахать рукой перед телефоном.
Давайте проанализируем. Значит, они сделали Nest из колонки. Ну, как бы Google Home, он позволял, чтобы у тебя был отдельно Nest и отдельно был Google Home, и ты говоришь Nest, там, понизь мне температуру. Все, что произошло, это типа тебе не надо 2 девайса покупать, сейчас ты можешь связать свою колонкой, так? Потом они презентовали вот этот вот, Pixel ноутбук, который как бы по цене, ну, где-то в раза в 1,5 дороже, чем Samsung или Lenovo и так дальше на Chrome OS. Это неплохо, это уже привлекательно, потому что раньше у них были устройства $1000, $1500. Так что думаю, что это достаточно интересная штука. Pixel Phone, ну, они опять не убрали верхушки, они туда засунули вот этот датчик соли, да. Ну, как бы смотрится он не совсем современно.
Ну, это просто
ну, вот,
телефоном махать, что-то делать.
Они встроили туда вторую камеру, хотя у них фишка, конечно, говорить в прошлом году все, что будет в следующем фуфло. 2 камеры говорят фуфло, но мы вставим 2 камеры в следующем году. Jack 3.5. Jack 3.5 это, конечно, очень важная вещь. Мы должны ее оставить, и в следующем году ее убирают и так дальше. Поэтому это в их стиле абсолютно. Ну, таких соли не знаю. Не знаю. Это первый телефон с ним, пока не будет целой вот армии этих телефонов, наверное, он будет работать ужасно.
Ну, никому не интересно.
Ну, а это же надо как бы это все программно сделать. А там будет всего пару приложений, Google Music и еще там. Поэтому первый год точно это бессмысленная штуковина. Может, сам Android какие-то функции вышьют, что типа так можно будет делать. Но это так себе странно. И в конце вышла тетка, ну серьезно, но камера неплохая. Вот реально камера хорошая, я уверен, что они сделали большую работу. Я уверен, что на DxOMark таки будет результат, и он будет неплохим. И они подтянули алгоритмы, и это должно быть неплохо, но как нам презентовали, это ужасно. Он показывает сейчас Pixel Phone, опять огромные рамки, но это же 2019 год. Там все борются за 95% экрана, за 99%, а тут как бы огромные рамки, и по бокам остались эти рамки, все сейчас закругляшки делают, ну, я не знаю. Как бы такой шаг назад какой-то. У Pixel фишка в том, что вот как бы, что это девайс 2016 года, ну, не скажешь. Так что да, спасибо за то, что были с нами. Один человек.